I would like to read a few poems from the Twak Alaham Ama, or The Dove's Neck Ring, about love and lovers by Ibn Hazm, or his full name, Abu Muhammad Ali ibn Hazm al-Andalusi, who lived from 994 to 1064 of the Christian era. These are my versions, adapted from A.R. Nykl's literal translations, which were published in 1931. Most of these poems were written about 1,000 years ago. Love pain. The proof of love pain is the fire which sears the heart and tears that flow freely down my cheeks. If a man hides his love inside himself, his tears will betray the secret to the world. If a man hides his love inside himself, his tears will betray his secret to the world. Whenever tear ducts send their streams through my closed eyelids, I know I suffer the love pain. Her saliva is the water of life. I'm sure her saliva is the water of life, although she chewed up every piece of my heart. Alone, I have to be satisfied. She did not treat me fairly, and then she left. Now, I have to be satisfied looking at her dress and touch the things that she had touched. When Jacob's grief for Joseph caused him so much suffering, he put his face on Joseph's coat, and the scent cured his blindness. I think I'll avoid love. I think I'll avoid love. I've learned that a sensible man keeps his guard up. As soon as your eyes get close to the enchanting flowers of another's cheeks, as soon as you start to feel woozy and happy, you realize you are handcuffed. It's like when a man wades into shallow water, loses his foothold, and disappears into a riptide. The heart doesn't have room for two. If someone pretends to love two people at the same time and claims that heaven ordains it, that person is as big a liar as the desert ascetic Mani. The heart doesn't have enough room for two special friends, and a favorite can't have backups. Everyone knows wild cows are beautiful. Once upon a time, a young man loved a girl with a thick neck. To his eyes, the slender-necked girls were ugly. He justified his choice with this rationale. Everyone knows wild cows are beautiful, and there's not a skinny-necked one among them. Can you honestly tell me that camels with their long necks are pretty? Another young man loved a girl with a wide mouth. He said, "My idea of a pretty mouth is the mouth of a gazelle." A third young man loved short girls. He simply said, "Those tall women are just monsters." Here's an ancient song written down by Ibn Hazm. You are a gazelle like the full moon. You are a gazelle like the full moon. You are the sun breaking above the dark clouds. With your contagious stares, you've poured love into my heart, and your body is as beautiful as a straight branch. I've humbled myself to you with foolish naivete. I've yielded like someone crazed by love sickness. So come to me, darling, in the appropriate way. I don't want to be with you in a forbidden way. Rain like pure silver. She came to me while the rain spilled from a thunderhead, as if it were pure silver, melted and stretched thin in the air. The crescent moon bent out of the highest sky. Talk about a lover who gets more than he hoped for. If you ask me what happened, well, I can only answer with laughter. How strange to be so certain and so uncertain at the same time. I was so happy that I thought I was dreaming. She throws a lighted match. Love ran away from me like the breeze, so I gave my eyes free rein. One lady continues just out of reach. Maybe if we meet when and where she least expects, she'll be more receptive. I kissed her once, just to ease my mind, but that thrill only increased my parching desire. My heart had become a crumbling, dried-out bush, and then at me she threw a lighted match. I was alone with her. We were alone in a secluded place, and wine was our third. Night's dark wings spread and quietly came on me. When I'm close to her, I'm filled with life. Is it so wrong to desire such life? She and I, the goblet, the wine, and the starless night, seemed to be softened ground, and rain, and pearls, and gold sand, and jade. All opposites exist. When love exists, all opposites, every mixed feeling, and every contrary thought are in you. Why would you limit the heart's conflict with reasoning? O love body without form, O never-ending love accident, since you have appeared, you have lit up and unraveled the tangles given to me by religious know-it-alls. Are you from the world of angels? Are you from the world of angels? Or are you human? I can't tell. My weary eyes are stunned. I see a human form, but as I look more deeply, your body seems from another world. Blessed be the God who puts balance and grace into creation. You are a beautiful, natural light. I don't doubt that you are a spirit, drawn to us by the earthly mingling of our like-minded souls. I don't have proof, so to speak, that you are flesh and blood, except you are visible. And if I don't see a real person, I have to say, you are truly sublime. Her tread is like a dove's gait. As she steps forward, she moves with the balance and grace of a jonquil. Her gems and jewelry have fallen into her lover's heart, where they vibrate, quiver, and sting. Her tread is like a dove's gait, neither too fast to be faulted, nor too slow to be a scandal. A watcher who's faithful. A chaperone who's faithful to his work keeps me from my lady. He cuts off every avenue toward love, and he does so on the spur of any moment. It's as if he has a demon in his heart which allows him to see what will happen before it happens. It seems that in each eye there is an informant who keeps him abreast of every development. Everyone around me has two guardian angels, and God, the master of the throne, has given me a third. Two lovers madly in love. Two lovers madly in love with the same woman shove one another like the dog who is leashed to a feed crib. He won't eat, and he won't let the other one eat either. He tells more than a mirror tells. The slanderer tells more than a mirror tells, and among people he cuts more sharply than an Indian sword. So well do death and time separate lovers, they must have taken lessons from him. Someone asked, "How old are you?" Someone saw my white hair and asked, "How old are you?" I said, "I am but a few seconds old. I consider my life to be nothing more than a moment." He then said, "How can you say such a thing? Explain this. You are unbelievable." I replied, "Although I have seen many birthdays, only one moment measures my life. Once I kissed my lover by surprise, just a little kiss." The Garden Laughs, and other short poems. 4 of them here. The garden laughs and the clouds cry, like the sweetheart when her captive lover sees her. The deep reason of love travels toward union, the way a night traveler moves toward the bright fire. How long did you circle love until you finally got what the moth gets from the flame? Don't set limits for your eye. In beauty dwells the desire for more beauty. The swimmer tortured by thirst. Would you pay a ransom to love because I'm its captive? Would you pay a blood price to love if love had slain me? Or will destiny send me back to her, back to the day by the river where I was swimming and thirsty? Imagine a swimmer tortured by thirst. Lady, I have grown so thin, my visitors can't see me when I turn sideways. How will love's joy return if no one, neither city dweller nor Bedouin, can see me? My doctor is tired of prescribing medicines. Even those who once envied me now pity me. Heat lightning. If you don't want to be with me, and I am forbidden to be with you, lie to me and promise to meet me. Maybe that illusion will preserve my heart. It's been punished by our long separation. Often, those who suffer drought console themselves when they see heat lightning on the horizon. Blessed be your land. Blessed be your land and everyone who lives there. My happiness is through you and yours. Because I love you, its stones are pearls, its thistles roses, the rivers honey, and its dust ambergris. We lays beneath overhanging boughs. We lays beneath overhanging boughs on the banks of a flowery lagoon, where the grass sparkles and flowers laugh, and bracelets of petals perfume the shade, and the birds display their songs, some plaintive and others gay. Here, water moves as it pleases, and the eye and hand can choose their delight. Whatever is admirable in character, whatever is noble in men, is distributed among our friends. Yet, because my lady is not with me, this loveliness is unbearable. I'd rather be in a prison with her arms around me than in a palace surrounded by friends. If anyone exchanged his place for his friends, or even for a king's eternal realm, he would still have to live with sorrow and misery, and he would still be buffeted between confusion and despair. Just before the Christian's bell, you came to me as the moon rose like an old man's eyebrow. It was just before the Christian's bell called for morning prayers. Then, like the dainty curve of your instep, the rainbow appeared, clothed in the colors of peacocks' tails. Your love is an artful lie. Your love, and I'm not falling for it, is an artful lie. You are a bed for any and all. You are never satisfied with one lover, so there are always so many nearby. Even if I were the emir, because of the crowd, I would never meet you. When someone gets near you, you seem to be his fantasy and no longer forbidden. Even if the trumpet were to call forth all of creation, there is no defense against you. I would come. Even if the treacherous sea were the obstacle between us, I would come. Even if constant cracks of lightning and a stampede of thunder broke from the sky, I would come. Surely a bad road couldn't keep me from you. My love builds its own path, and now I am here with you. From the Dove's Neck Ring by Ibn Hazm.